Right, ladies and gents, this is something I've been asked by a few people over a period of time. Always something I've meant to do. Was a little smock loadout. What I'll say is this isn't in no way a comprehensive you carrying your smock what I want to do, but sort of from full service army career and so forth, you smock's like the first line of, well, it's what you're going to end up with, and you're going to have this stuff with you all the time. And what I'll do is I'll let your eyes be your guide on that. Now this is just what somebody who's a little bit experienced, all right, not like sass or nothing, but stuff that it's always good to keep in a smock close to your body, because if you lose, like, obviously your webbing or your rucksack or whatever, or you've not got it with you at the time, can you still get by with stuff that you carry in your jacket? Now there's two lads stood here. Everything I've got in this jacket, impromptu, is what I carry with me all the time. Now the pocket tidies I keep in the top of my bergen, and I've just put them in the top pockets of my smock. Everything else is always carried in this smock, and this is my go-to smock. It's the Vastalika one. If you like the look of this, I'll drop a link into it from Vastalika. So ladies and gents, without further ado, right, I'm just going to come out, I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to show you in detail what's in, what I carry in the smock. It's not too heavy. I'm always used to having a smock. Like I say, the only thing that's not in here normally is the pocket tidies, but they're always in my rucksack. Okay, so I've just put them in my top pockets for the moment. Right, we'll start off with this one. The pocket tidies. We're going to have a look at what's in all of these. So it's these two pocket tidies, and these are obviously made by David Fires, and you can see the portability of them as well. I sort of say sometimes I wear my jacket and other times I don't want to be carrying this stuff, so it's always in my day sack, and has been a zillion times that I come over here. Here's another one, and there's another one I've made. That one's got Velcro on it, so when you get the sticky stuff, I can actually just Velcro that inside of a bergen. So there's them three, ladies and gents. Cordage, we can never have enough cordage. That's in there. I'm going to show you some of this stuff in a lot more detail later on. And an important little bit of kit is, one, because you can use it for fire starting, first aid applications and starting fires, and more importantly, poo kit, a little bag of tissues. It's sorted me out a few times here. Inside my zip, a couple of little leather fire starting things. There you go. Don't have to be flashing and fancy. That's the little Mora knife. And just on that, not a lot of people know this, and it's how it's designed. That's got the cordage around there, but that is meant to go in there, and then that's how you use that little neck knife. And it's just a little neck knife, ladies and gents, and that's all it is. Don't need to talk about that anymore. A little bit of cordage. And then the other side, I've got my phone and so forth. And I'm not going to pull it out, but a really mega jet lighter, you know, that just sits in there. Also, I am a smoker, so I will carry more lighters than probably most other people. Going onto the bottom pockets now. In the bottom pockets, you don't want anything like these in the bottom pocket, because when you go to step over a log, ladies and gents, you've got to be able to pull your legs right up and that as well, otherwise you could fall over because of it. So it's all soft items but valuable items, and these are with me all the time. Oh, here we go. A little bit more cordage, you can never have enough. More than enough for a ridgeline there, and with that and the other cordage, that I can make up an impromptu ridgeline. Pair of gloves goes without saying, ladies and gents. Not often you see me wearing gloves, guys, is it? But they're there if I need them. Right, in here you will see is a ubiquitous bit of kit, and all I did was sew two together. Is an army sweat rag, ladies and gents. It has 1,000,001 uses. One, you can clean your pots with it. Two, you can blow your nose with it. And when it's long enough there, it's a sling to if somebody's got an arm injury, or if you needed to tie somebody's leg together. All first aid applications. They've just got a 1,000,001 applications. Obviously, something to keep my neck warm, wrap it round and round and so forth. And also first stage water filter. Now a lot of people keep talking about millbank bags, but in tropical climates, millbank bags to go mouldy. And then 9 times out of 10 soldiers back in the day and today will fold this up 4 times and then rig up a system where your water comes through there. And it's very, very effective. And even if you're just using this as a towel to wash you down, The army sweat rags, you can pick them up for £1 a time, ladies and gents. Always do it. Keep them in your pocket. Sew one together. It's a longer one there. That's got many different applications, and I'm never without them. Never without them. Even if I just need to snot my nose a little bit. Right. Never be without one. Woolly hat, and this is one that my actual good lady wife has made me, and I made a few of these for the guys, didn't she? A warm hat, so even if I'm caught out, warm hat and gloves will make a massive bit of difference. Something to break up and keep that your neck warm. So basically, I'm not going to go into stuff that's in here and in here, ladies and gents. Oh yeah, very important, yeah, for me, 3-in-1 coffees, alright? So I'm just going to put them back. I always carry a few extra coffees because a brew in many different circumstances will make a huge amount of difference. So on that, ladies and gents, I don't need to go through the hat, the gloves and that, but I'll go through the pocket tidying. What's going to be quite interesting, because I'm going to have to ad-lib it a little bit as to what's in every one, as I see it, as I pull it out. But one's first aid, one's kind of survivalish, and the other's a fire kit. But I don't go anywhere without these. And when these, as I said, two in each pocket, ladies and gents, and they're always there. And well, in these, you put in them what you want, but it's not a bad idea, I think, as you're seeing it go through this, to have this kit on you. Now, there'll be some systems redundancy there. Sometimes I've duplicated stuff, because what it will actually mean, the only time you've got to have it with you when you're in a difficult situation. That means being able to carry it all the time. It's always going to be there, and you can always fall back on it, okay? I will tell you, I've got a fire kit here, and I've got another fire kit in my Bergen. But whatever happens, I'll always end up with one of them, and that's the point I'm trying to make. So I'll show you what I carry in the pocket tidies, and I'll bring you back for that. So right, ladies and gents, all I'm going to all the rest stuff was just self-explanatory, wasn't it? The pocket tidies, now these ones are made by David Fryers, so I'll drop a link into where you can get these if you think they're a good idea. But when I put these back now, they'll either go into my top pockets or into my rucksack that I carry all the time. I think that's an Apache we got in the background, isn't it? Oh, with Rolls Royce engines. Ladies and gents, so let your eyes be your guide on this. I'm not saying this is anything definitive, what everybody should carry, but if I can give somebody a few good ideas on that, like I say, I've had quite a few requests as to what would you carry in them, Ed? You know, that type of stuff. So I've made these kits up over time, and each one I'll pull out, but again, we'll just crack on straight on with them, because as I pull stuff out, I'll tell you why it's here. Now, here is my little top one, my first aid kit. So systems redundancies. I've got a first aid kit in my Bergen, probably like everybody carries, but if I've just caught out and I've just got the smock, yeah, I've got a triangular bandage in there, some antiseptic wipes, which I could use to start a fire if needed. Oh yeah, some more antiseptic wipes. Some more antiseptic wipes, because you can never have enough of them, keeping your kit, you know, any wounds clean. And in there, load of plasters, ladies and gents, because it's only meant to be a little short, you know, small first aid kit, but this is one I would carry in my smock. Some more plasters, hey ho. And I'll tell you what, a beautiful little bit of kit. Small military first aid, they're called an Israeli bandage, but they're small, they're handy, and obviously, as you can see, I've got two in there. So, ladies and gents, on there, I think, you know, it's not going to cover everything, but it's more than enough to get me out of trouble. And that's what I carry in my smock. And you may not have seen it, or one of these things, ladies and gents, but there was just a little blade there. And you may think, well, that's no use to nobody, but if that's the only blade you've got, it's the best survival knife in the world, okay? And it goes in there. All I did was oil it up a little bit, and it sits in there. So what I'm going to do with this stuff, just so I ain't got a break in the filming, but that's my first aid kit, and there's a lot of stuff, everything's dual purpose, got a dual purpose there. If I needed to, I could split one of them open and quite easily get a fire going with one of them bandages and so forth, or the alcohol wipes. And like I say, there was a small little blade in there. It's not the best blade in the world, but it may be the only one I've got on me at the time. So we'll quickly crack on. We go to another one. This is my firelighting one. Right, so some Ranger bands in there. There's a small piece of leather that I can use to put your tinder in there. your fire steel on there. It doesn't go all over the place. It concentrates your spark. I'll do another little show and tell on this as well. I did one about 6 years ago, and it's just a little bit of leather. If everything else is stoked, and then once you've got your initial fire in there, you can lift your tinder up and put it into a DB Firkin into it, so you've got the ability to do that. But these are Tiger Tims. They're one of the best fire lighting things I've sort of come across, and I've kept a load of them in there, ladies and gents. Quite a load as it goes. But there's a magnesium, the friendly Swede magnesium, and a obviously ferro rod on that side. More Tiger Tims, obviously some woods and so forth. Again, you'll probably find I've got a big massive one of these inside my Bergen, but this is systems redundancy, and so this is my ability to light a fire that may save me life in a difficult circumstances. But there's loads of these Tiger Tims, because what you can do with these, you can even start these with a ferro rod, okay? And I'll do a demonstrate. Well, I have done in the past, I'll revisit that. But even things in here, ladies and gents. Now, obviously tell your missus that you're going to rob a couple, but a tampon, okay? Now, if you just get your knife and you cut that down, and that could be that little knife that I've got in there, they just beautiful fire starters, and they'll work every single time. They have got first aid applications that I'm not going to go into at the moment. So this is just that tiny little, and as you can see, there's loads of these tiny Tims. One of them will get a fire starter going even when it's wet. Not 100% sure what I've got in this tin, but I'll open it. I know it's fire starting stuff. Oh, there we go. More Tiger Tims, and some of it crushed down, ladies and gents. In another one of these, I've got loads of the pine resin wood cut down and that as well. So what I'll do with that is just put all that over there for the moment. And again, many different ways of making a fire, and this is just what I carry in my jacket. We'll have a look in this one now. Right, so there's water purification tabs and some more obviously alcohol wipes. Fairly decent, not the plastic ones you get from the pound shop. A decent foil blanket, because this would actually, if I had to make an improvised lean-to shelter, I would weave this in and out, and that would form the waterproof base of that shelter as well, and the fire would rebound the heat back on me and that as well. You see a lot of people, they just put the branches up, and that will keep most of the rain off, but not all of it. But if you've got like your shelter there and your sticks going down, you weave it in and out, and you've virtually got a waterproof shelter, and that weighs jack. So let's have a look in there. Oh, another professional silver blanket there. You've got a couple of fire starters in there, more Puri tabs, and in there is Wilkinson sword, surgical blades in there as well, a 5-pack, and they are sterilised as well. I'm not going to be doing any operating theatre stuff, but if I need to do something, please think about Swan Norton blades. That's in there as that as well. Now this, ladies and gents, is there's a little water carrier, but a waterproof poncho that you can get from like anywhere and that type of stuff. Again, that will keep me dry if needed, if I'm caught in a bad situation, or I could improvise that to make a waterproof lean-to shelter in the same way with that. And I think I actually may have got that one off you, Al, didn't I? Yeah. Oh no, the one you give me is bigger. But that's just in there, ladies and gents. Let's see what else we got in there. Oh, a little button compass. That's one of the better ones because it hasn't got a bubble in it and so forth. Again, another tampon. That's a maxi one, that.
It's Jordan's.
Huh?
That's Jordan's.
Jordan's tampon. Some more string, ladies and gents. And obviously we'll have a look in here. Oh, and we've got another one of them. Yeah, it's a short little blade. And obviously if you needed to shave down some wood to get a fire going, or you needed to cut something, again, I'm carrying a blade where you wouldn't normally have one, yeah? So people go look at that and think that's toss. It's not toss if that's the only thing that you've got with you at the time. It will become the best survivor knife in the world. All right, and a Ziploc bag for a improvised water carrier. So again, that's that one there. There's a lot of duplicity there, but I've got enough fire, I've got first aid, I've got the ability to make a shelter, many different applications there. And this is well, one I made there, they're all Davis Fires ones, where I can, you know, when you get the loop side on a lot of the Bergens now, you can literally just Velcro that inside the top of a Bergen. So this is one of my main bit. There's a little torch with a spare battery. No use having a torch unless you've got a spare battery, okay? And a little lanyard on that, ladies and gents. So I don't want to lose any of this kit. Now, when I first saw these, I thought they were a bit of pup. I thought they're taking the mickey in that. But the amount of times I've been able to, so I can oxygenate a fire and get it going, even when it's wet, even when it's damp, that has made it into what I call my top pocket kit. And they're only about £1 or £2, and obviously I've wrapped some Gorilla Tape around that. Oh, now the only good thing to come out of France, right, is the open all knife. So as you'll see within my kit, well, it's the second knife I've got the blades if necessary, but imagine I didn't have that one there. Even them two little fold out things and the snap off there will be great, but no, you can't really, and this is well used, an open all knife. Keep a lovely sharp edge, don't go rusty if you get a stainless steel one, and they're always going to be there, and it will lock, because the last thing you want to do if you're in a bad situation is cut yourself unnecessarily. So there's an open all, can't remember what number it is. I think they're really sharp blades. They keep a nice edge. They're very easy to sharpen as well, and they don't cost a great deal of money. And like I say, you put it in there and just leave it in there, ladies and gents. No use taking this stuff in and out. Oh, there's a little tin opener. We've all got to have one of them, haven't we? And obviously a lighter. And there we go. There is the second ferrule rod. But it's all about system redundancies. And I will take that off to use that as a striker. And you've got some jute twine there, because when you unfold that, that's another fire starter on that as well, ladies and gents. So that's just what goes in that one. So that's the four main pocket tidies that I use. You know, there's a little tiny little torch there with spare batteries. So ladies and gents, I just think the summary on that there, I could carry all that kit around in my smock and it's never going to cause me a problem. It's not too heavy. But imagine you've got your jacket on and you're in the same situation as I am. Yeah, we're cut off from our Bergens or whatever. Do you think I'm going to get on better than you are? That is the question. Do you think I'm going to be able to better my situation with them full pocket tidies than you are? So that is the question that you always be your guide. This is not a definitive must-have kit or anything like that, because you decide what you're going to need. But so let your eyes be your guide. I keep saying that, ladies and gents. I love the fact that obviously these are very transportable. So the thing is, they're always in my pack, and if I go away from my pack, they're going to be in my jacket. So it's the last line of defence, if you your jacket is your last line of defence. Remember, if you're doing escape and evasion, or the oogly boogies have invaded and that, they're going to take anything off you, but they may not initially search you that well. So there we go, ladies and gents. And to all the lads and that have shouted out, oh, can you show us what you carry? There you go, we've managed to get it done in the end. But so, last thing there, you got your jacket on, and just think what you carry in your jacket. We're both in the same situation, and it ain't great. We're cut off from our rucksacks. Am I going to get on better than you get on? And you decide that, ladies and gents. Other than that, to the guys that I've been saying, well, I finally got it done, didn't I? So, thanks a lot, ladies and gents, and I appreciate your time watching my films.